All right, hello everybody. We're going to be doing our first discography dive on a band that I am not familiar with. I mean, I know who they are, right? Um, but I've never listened to like any of their music, as far as I know, before this point. Um, oh geez, I'm getting all scrambled on where my fucking tabs are and stuff. I need my reference here so that I get the details right. So I wanted to start with the Clash, because I was like, you know what? Let's do something that is very, very much uncharted. Not just because I don't know the band, but also because I don't really know this genre. I'm not really familiar with punk music at all. I don't know who's considered the good bands, the overrated bands, the underrated band. I don't know fucking jack shit about punk music. Um, I can identify it, I suppose. Like I could say, yeah, that's a punk song, but like it's not something I've ever really specifically listened to, like, ever in my life. This is the first time I've ever listened to a full album from a punk artist. Um, and why did I choose the Clash in particular? Because I know their name. Like, I don't have a specific reason why I started here, other than that I wanted to do something, different for me, and this was like absolutely different for me. I listen to music that shares maybe some surface level elements. Like, of course, I listen to stuff with electric guitars, and I listen to stuff that's, got like aggressive tones, or things that are, like political or critical of society, that kind of stuff. But not necessarily like actual punk music, right? Just to be taking in all of this stuff as like fairly as possible. I had like the lyrics tabs open so that I could see what they're singing about, and I could like keep my eyes open for anything that like really caught my attention, or I suppose like resonated with me or whatever. And like I don't really have a problem with the lyrics of any of these tracks. I don't know if I mentioned, by the way, we're doing these in order of release. So we started with 1977, The Clash, right? Their debut self-titled album. Anyway, yeah, so I listened to all 14 songs here. And, it, you know, it's unfortunate because, like, I wanted to like it more than I do. And I think it just comes down to it just something about, I guess, maybe the instrumentals or the song structure is maybe not to my liking, like sonically. Like my ears don't love what I'm hearing necessarily. And that's not to say that I think it's bad. I don't think like I can even really criticize any of this in particular. It's just not necessarily stuff that I'm like out looking to listen to, like you throw on some industrial, you're getting closer to what I would normally kind of choose to listen to, as evidenced by some of my artists that I've talked about, like Marilyn Manson and Rammstein and stuff. A couple artists to add to that I didn't make any videos about, Ministry, Skinny Puppy. Like, I like that kind of music. This is further away from what I usually like to listen to. But I'm still kind of glad that I did listen to this album, and I intend to finish their discography. That was actually, you know what, that's part of the reason I chose them first. I was looking at some of the artists on my list, and some of them have a lot of albums, and I didn't necessarily want to commit to like fucking 11 videos on one artist for my first thing, right? The Clash has 6. That's not too many. And unfortunately, I'm already like slightly aware that their last album is not very, very well liked in particular, and I've heard that it's not good. But I'll listen to it myself. I'll come to my own feelings about that when we get there. As for this first album, though, I mean, like, I'm glad I've listened to it, right? Because I think even if you don't like, you know, let me restart that sentence, because I don't think I was saying what I wanted to say, or like I wasn't, like, my brain wasn't connecting to what I wanted to finish with. Like, I think it's good to listen to lots and lots of music that you're not necessarily already familiar with, because you never know, right? You even if you're not generally enjoying an artist, they could make something that you enjoy, right? Case in point, there is exactly one ICP song that I like. Not just like I tolerate it, but I genuinely like it. I do not like the rest of their music as far as I'm aware. And I think that they are obnoxious, right? But they managed to make a song that I think is pretty dang good, right? Like, at least as far as they're concerned. And honestly, I think if they made more songs like that and they maybe had handled their entire career differently, then they could have, I don't know, maybe been more interesting. But anyway, we're not talking about them. My point is you know, I see that there is definitely a possibility that I might find some things to keep out of this discography, right? Unfortunately for this first album, nothing really got my attention enough where I'm like, yes, I want to listen to this again for sure, right? It was all perfectly fine. And I just want to make sure that it's very clear, right, that punk is not normally a genre I go to, and it's mostly because I just don't gel with the music itself, right? Again, I don't have, you know, like some issue with punk culture or the lyrics or whatever. It's really just down to the music itself is just not really to my liking. Again, not to say that it's bad. I mean, this is a different video series, so I'm not necessarily holding myself to like doing the top 3 songs. Not that I really would have 3 to pick here because none of them really like struck me strong enough in any particular way, like not positively or negatively. Like, I didn't hate any of these songs and I didn't love any of these songs. Like, it's music that exists, and I know there's people who like it, and I'm just not one of them, I suppose. However, I am still interested in seeing this through and listening to every one of their albums because I want to know, what do I feel, what do I think, and is there a song that they've made that I would enjoy? And you know, sometimes first album isn't necessarily where you get the stuff that, you know, is a band's best. I mean, sometimes, unfortunately, it is. I think that's unfortunate when your first album is considered your best. But like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the general consensus is on like the Clash albums. I've heard of Combat Rock, so I'm actually curious to get to that one because I've heard of it, right? Like, specifically. So I've also heard of London Calling before. I don't recognize the titles of basically any of the rest of this except for Cut the Crap, and that's not for good reasons, unfortunately. But again, we'll see when we get there. So yeah, I don't know that I have any more to say about this album in particular. But I am looking forward to listening to I'm probably just going to do it right now. I'm probably going to do what I ended up doing with my other video series where I just like sit down and crunch these fucking things out. Because I do enjoy generally, or not generally, genuinely like taking in new music, even if it's not always like a slam dunk where it's like, oh, I loved every song, you know, like that's awesome when that happens, but it's, you know, it's not going to be all the time. But with that being said, our next album is going to be Give 'Em Enough Rope from 1978, at least according to Spotify. So I will see you guys in the next video, and we'll see if that one has anything for me to you know, feel more strongly about, I guess. So thank you for watching. Sorry to punk fans that I didn't like love this, unless punk fans don't love the Clash. I don't know. This is I'm totally out of like my knowledge realm when it comes to exploring this, but that's part of why this is fun. It's uncharted waters for me. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll talk about that next album, and I'm already preemptively trying to figure out what my next artist will be. I know we've got a couple videos before I need to really even care, but anyway, yeah, I'll obviously keep that a secret until we actually get to it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.